Hello, welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Mike. He's here with us. So please introduce yourself. How long you've been in the Philippines and where you're from?
Okay. My name is Mr. Micheal Ugochukwu, and then I'm from Nigeria. Anambra State, precisely. I've been in Philippines. I think 6 years, going to 7 years now.
So what drew you to the Philippines?
In the Philippines, I'm a company owner in the Philippines. The CEO, Everfield Water Station, which is being stationed in Las Vegas, and also the CEO of Everfield Online Distribution Shop. Yeah, and I've been running the business at least for over 3 years now.
Was it difficult for you to start up in the Philippines?
Yes, from the beginning, because in the Philippines, without you got married in Filipino, you cannot succeed. You cannot do anything useful in this land called Filipino. It was quite difficult, but oh God is with you. No matter the difficulty, there are always a way. We faced some challenges at that time. We were about to start up the business. It was, looking for a space, looking for where to get the particular machine to run with it at that point for the particular or like the particular type of water we want to be producing. So I think we look for space, if not less than 3 months, before we can be able to find one at Las Vegas. And actually, when we started up the business, it was not quite moving. So we nearly want to give up, but as in Nigeria where we are, anywhere we find ourselves, we must make everything possible to succeed, no matter how hard it is. So that is it. But I'm grateful to God at the end of today. At least if you count 1, 2 to 10 in Las Vegas City, especially Makosa, various precise, Bako, Alabama, my water will be among, because all our customers and all our business partners they always recommend our water. No one that take our water I will not give recommendation.
So, do you have any goals in the Philippines?
Yeah, of course. At least I have goals in the Philippines. Philippines don't believe we, especially we Nigerians, that we can be able to make something good without doing illegal business or illegal transaction. So at least I have 2 or 3 businesses that is Filipinos working under them. I pay them every month. And I have my goals in the Philippines. I've already accomplished one by establishing business. I'm landlord in the Philippines. The house I'm living is mine. So my goals is at least before next 3-4 years, I will have at least not less than 15 different business that is working, that is going well.
Okay.
Yeah. At least that I'll have capacity of at least 500 to 1,000 workers.
Wow.
Yes, under me as a foreigner.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. In the Philippines, as a foreigner, as a black man, you are. Nobody can give you job even after your graduation. Yeah. So rather you be the one that is going to create the job and deploy the citizens.
Wow.
So that is it.
Alright. So before coming to the Philippines, did you have any concern?
Not at all.
That means you are very, very sure that everything will be fine in the Philippines.
Yes, because I'm a bona fide Christian, born and brought up Catholic.
Right.
The word of God told us that in the land we step in our foot, that we shall inherit the blessings of it. So I'm a kind of person who believes as far as God in heaven exists, anywhere I step my foot, I will succeed, I will make it. Whether without any help of any man or any help of any woman. As long as God is in heaven and that God still exists, anywhere I step my foot in this earth, in this life, I must succeed.
Okay, so when you came to the Philippines, did you feel like the blacks were treated differently, or there was any stereotypes in the Philippines for or against the blacks?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Coming to Philippines from the one, seeing the way they treat our people is hell, to the extent that I have to pray very hard, work very hard. First of all, when I came to Philippines, I see the way they treat our people, especially when we enter their local buses, which is called jeepney. You will see a Filipino woman, a Filipino man. Once you're a black man that enter the jeepney, the next thing the person will do is to pick up his or her hanky and cover the nose. So I was like, I'm a kind of person who easily got provoked. So when they cover their nose, I will look at myself. The perfume I'm using is a perfume about 1,000 to 3,000 pesos. That I know that is one of the quality perfume. So I was like, why is this person covering his or her nose? Am I smelling? Or is my odor bad? So I would just be, I would be confused. I would totally lost. I would just be ashamed of myself. So, and the second day also, there is a kind of things, there is a kind of place we go. You can walk on the road, they'll ask you, bro, where are you from? You say you're from Nigeria. They will automatically capitalize as bad egg in the Philippines. So because they believe that all the Nigerians in the Philippines are doing one illegal business, illegal transaction or the other. No. But at least I know about 10 Nigerians that owns a very large company here in the Philippines that has a multitude number of Filipinos that is working under them. I know 3 Nigerians that are hotel owners here in the Philippines, petrol station here in the Philippines. Who are the workers? Filipinos, not Nigeria. So, but once you tell them you're in Nigeria, you are automatically bad. I will automatically say it. I will just say that I don't know. I will just put it. There is a hatred to them, where Nigeria, from them to where we Nigeria is. So, but at times I don't blame them. Most of the action is from their experience, because some of our people are not, really helping matters. They're not really helping matters. So let the truth be told, some of our people are not really helping matters. But in all, nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody is perfect. In Philippines, you cannot come to Philippines and expect a Filipino or Philippine to create a job for you. But in our country back home, they are working in better office. They have escorts guiding them, police, mobile, army, navy, escort, working in share. You cannot even. I remember when I came to Philippines first. I first of all looked for a job in call center. I have all the whole requirements. They told me I passed all the exams, even passed cut-off mark. They told me up and down to go and look for working visa. At the end of the day, when you get the working visa, they say sorry, sir, sorry, we cannot employ you because of there is no vacancy, because you don't speak French, because this is Nigeria. Once they saw your passport that you're in Nigeria, the story will automatically change immediately. So honestly, I don't know how to say it. But I cannot put the blame on anybody. Because nobody is perfect. But in otherwise, our government are not helping matters. Because if our government are helping matters, and they care about the welfare of their citizens. I don't believe all these things will be happening to us, especially we in Nigeria, because we are not the only foreigners in the Philippines. They have Chinese, they have other countries, Hong Kong, Japan, India, US, that are working in better company in the Philippines. But although there is some of our citizens that is working in the Philippines, but not up to the number we expected. And those people, they know how they struggle. If they can tell you their story, they know how they struggle, what they pass through to get a portion to work in the Philippines. Yeah, so that is it.
All right. So you've been 6 years in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So how will you explain your experience?
My 6 years in the Philippines, the experience is good. The experience is bad because there is this language that says this life no balance. Yes, the life no balance. We are trying to balance right, left. All right, we bend. We are trying to balance. All right, left we bend. But the experience is, as for me, I would say that it's not bad because if you not pass through trials, through stress, or through hardship, or if you not pass through what, how am I going to put it? Any difficulty, you're not going to know how to face the life. This life is full of challenge and experience. It's what you experience, that is what you are going to use to know how to tackle the next step. Because this life, I believe this life is step by step. Yeah, that's why I said that I will not say that it's bad, it's good. I use the bad to learn. I use the good, to double my hustle. I'll put it that way. Yes.
Alright. Okay. So what's the worst thing that's happened to you as a black person in the Philippines?
The worst thing that happened to me as a black person in the Philippines is hunger. Because when you don't have, because they say that is a man who feed well that think well. When you don't have anything to eat in the Philippines, you will know there is difference between hell and the heaven. Because you cannot go out and ask a Filipino to give you money. One, the communication language is not the same. Most of them, you will stop them. Hello, can I talk to you? They will pick off. Okay, just imagine the situation when someone is hungry and the person is dying, and you saw someone that, okay, let me just ask, if this person can help me and give me some money and look for something to eat. When you approach the person to talk to the person will pick off. When you approach the person to pick off, so when the person pick off, so tell me, how are you going to communicate with the person, to know, to express your feeling, to tell the person what you want to do. And another worst thing that happened to you in the Philippines is being in Nigeria. Because once they ask you where are you from, and you say you are in Nigeria, and there are a point of getting, or you are looking for something, and there are a point of getting that, and you say you are in Nigeria, it will only take Filipinos who have traveled outside the country, or who the mindset is different from others, to give you a listening ear, or to give you what you are looking for. When they hear that you're in Nigeria, but once they hear you're in Nigeria, they will pick off, because they capitalize all of us as a bad element, but wish all of us are not.
Okay, so during that period, how were you able to overcome the experience, or how were you able to handle it?
I was able to overcome the experience by grace of God. It is only grace. It is only God who did it. It's only God who did it. Because when I came to Philippines, my 3 months in Philippines was hell. Although before leaving Nigeria, coming here, I know that my first 3 months in Philippines is hell. So it's on that period that my wife got pregnant of my first child. Good luck. So, and someone that just entered the country, you have not to know your left and right. In many companies I apply for job, nothing, I'm not trying to survive on my own. In our house then, I'm the one that rented the house, but inside the house, just 2 rooms and parlor. But inside it, I think we are six boys. So imagine a 2 rooms and parlor where 6 boys we are staying. We'll cook food, we'll eat in the same pot. What was our food by then? Is spaghetti and noodles. We'll cook the spaghetti, and that spaghetti was spaghetti I came to Philippines with. When I came from Nigeria, that time I came to Philippines, I came together with all those items, the food items. I think eat it for September, October, November, December, January, February, before the food got finished. So until That's why I say to you, who have God on his or her side can never fail, no matter how long it takes. Stand on your faith, hold God tight, strong, things will turn around. On the process, my wife got pregnant, and Filipinos, once you got pregnant, working in the pharmacy, if you are not careful, you will lose your job. So, and she worked for 3 months, they couldn't pay her salary. Even up to today, they didn't pay her salary. So, I have to, contact home. I'm from a rich family in Nigeria, for a rich family. So before coming to Philippines, even me on my own personal aspect, I'm doing well in Nigeria. Before leaving Philippines, I'm doing well in Nigeria. Before leaving Nigeria to Philippines, I was doing well. So while I was coming, okay, the ones, my elder brothers, my uncles, they said, okay, you get there. This one take charge of my house rent, this one take charge of my feeding. But my dear, as my flight to zoom off from Nigeria to Philippines, I stayed 2 years. These people, none of them picked my call, and I was dying of hunger, except my one only immediate brother. I was the one carrying me up, send me money to start up business, to do my visa. I take the money, to take care of my wife, my pregnant wife, until my first child arrived. The boy is a blessing. And the boy continues to be a blessing to my life, and it will continue to be a blessing until my generation is done. It will continue to be a blessing until his generation is done. Yeah. So things was very rough, very bad. Until my wife pregnant became I think 3 months, 4 months before. After my brother gave me the last month, my brother called me. He said, "Oga." He's my elder brother, but this is how he used to call me. So, "Oga, this is the last money I'm going to give to you." And he said, "Use this money, fire your way." He gave me 500,000. I think that is as for 2016 or 2017. Back then, I called my wife. I said, "This is the look at it." The first business I started in the Philippines was piggery. In the Philippines, I have land that I don't even know how many acres is. That is more than this subdivision. When you enter inside the land, you will lose. That was my first investment in the Philippines. Then I have so many coconut trees in my wife's province that are still active until today. And this tree they used to produce toothpick. Yeah, is in the land. I bought it also. I have rice farm. I also have rice farm in the Philippines. I wish it's still in existence up to today, up to date. That at the end of every harvest, we used to harvest no less than 1,500 bags of rice every 6 months. So, but when God turned things around, I hand over the business to my wife for how to manage that. Yeah. So things continue until the very day my first child, my first son came out. And you can't believe that, because I took my wife to local hospital where the bill will not be much, because the first hospital I went to, they said that for her to give birth is about 200 and something thousand pesos. At my condition at that time, where am I going to raise 200 and something thousand pesos? I have to take her to local maternity home. That's what she gave. They told me that everything about the bill will be about 12,000 pesos. See how devil work. They gave birth after giving birth to my first son. The bill came out. They said the hospital bill is 13,000. I don't have any 1 peso, 50 cents in my home. So I went home. I said, "God, what is all this?" I went home. During that time, if I have money, if I have like I have like 10,000 or 15,000 pesos, I'm not going to spend all. I will share. I'll pick one of each of my trousers. I will share the 1,000, put it inside my bag. So I now remember that. Let me go search my bags, search my clothes. Maybe I will find out more. It's me that are waiting to make payment so that we can go home. So I went home. I told my wife, "Okay, wait, I'm coming." All my friends, I called them. 1,000 pesos. Nobody have money. Nobody have money to borrow me. When I went home, I turned my house upside down, and then I began to search
being so lucky. I find 1,000 pesos in my file. I went back to the hospital. I paid them. From the very minute the boy entered house to today, it's blessing upon blessing. Yes, I have achieved what people that have stayed in the Philippines 30 something, 20 something, 18, 19 years have not achieved.
That's nice. So, was there a situation where being a black person have saved you in this country?
There is no.
Alright. So, all through this thing, what's the best advice you have received from a friend or a family, extended relations in the Philippines?
In this land of Philippines, I have a brother. We are brother. We are friend, spiritual director, physical director. He's a man that if I call him 1 a.m., I will answer. If I call him 20 a.m., we will answer. It has been all I and him from day one. We have fought so many battles, even when I want to give up. Even when I give up, he will control the battle, and then win the battle and bring the victory back to me. To the extent that the bullet that are meant to me, he's one that collected. This my car you saw. When I bought this my car, when the car is not even up to 1 year, the car was attacked and they thought I was the one inside the car without knowing that he's the one. Pastor Stanley Obo. He's my brother in Nigeria for the same place. We are brothers. May God bless that man of God. May God bless and keep him. He's a man you will call a brother. He's a man you will call a friend. He's a man you will call father. He's a man you will call a spiritual director. He's a man you will call a physical director. Any angle you want him is there. He's a person who can leave his own problem and come and solve your own problem. And when he finish with you, he will go back to start where he left his own. That is where I am today. After God, in this land of Philippines, I will say he's next. In this land of Philippines, after God, in this land of Philippines, he's next. Even back home, many things that concerns me, he has been as for. He has been a good brother, good advices. Not even only advice. There's somebody that will give you advice and leave you.
Yeah.
Yes. But there is somebody that will give you advices and work with you and see that you work out that advices. Then another one is my brother here, doctor. I don't know him for nowhere. He don't know me for nowhere. But on the very day we meet, we have been at help to each other. We have been a brother to each other, an advisor to each other. He's a person that if I call him 20 a.m., if you don't see motor to come, he will walk and come. And that is how I am to him. You know, sometimes in some situation he will not call me. I don't want to disturb this man. This man is stressful. Maybe he's busy, this and that. Yes. And also, there is a brother called Emmanuel, Mr. Emmanuel Momo. He's not around now, traveling in Nigeria because we all started together. Inside sun, inside rain, we started together. I could remember there's one certain night we were very hungry. There's rice, there's tomato, but there's no oil. We went to our format to buy oil. Oil of 30 pesos. We went to 10 pesos. We get to the format with the mercy. This is happening around 9 p.m. and we have to walk back home. We're going back home very hungry, hopeless and tired. Our hope is lost. We saw 20 pesos on the floor. And then I have to pick the 20 pesos that night too. When we return back to their format, we pick up, we bought the groundnut oil, we went home and cook and eat. The next person is my wife. The best thing that can happen to a man and the worst thing that can happen to a man in life. The best thing that can happen to a man in life is to have a good wife who will give you peace. That will be fight too. That will be trouble. So, but the problem is that the joy there at the end of the day, there is solution of the problem. Everybody understands everything is being settled, and no one is perfect. She's a woman who can stand, endure, go through that pains. At the end of the day, stand with you. People both you work together, suffer together, and end up in a positive outcome. That at the end of the day, people will be proud and say, yes, there is God. I better, if you don't know all this our prayer, all this our culture, Nigeria culture, prayer and all this, our culture and their culture is not the same.
Yeah.
When you look into their culture, you will kill them. You are not more than 2 days, you will kill the person. You will be a mother. You will be a mother. You commit crime of murder. So, but you have to be patient, prayerful, and with God's guidance, you overcome them. But once God will give you a good one, no matter everything, she's there with you. But when you jam the wrong one, you let me show you. You will not stay more than 6 months in Philippines. You will run away. As far as you see your passport, you leave everything. Just run for your life. Just run for your life. So, and another thing that matters in any foreign land you are, or especially here in the Philippines, know the people know the group you belong to. Know people who are yours, know who are not yours. Know where you're supposed to be and where you are not supposed to be. Know where you are being appreciated and where you are not being appreciated. Know time to do things, time to do this and time not to do this. And do everything possible to always keep the law of the land. Just do everything possible to keep the law of the land of the Philippines. So, because these people, when you go counter against their law, as in Nigeria, your name is sorry. If the punishment is times 10 for others, your own will be times 1,000 as far as you are in Nigeria. So we in Nigeria surviving in the Philippines is God. For those who believe in God, because there is those who don't believe in God. For those who believe in God. So that is it.
So what's the worst advice you have gotten? The worst?
Which worst advice? I don't think I've gotten any worst advice, because I know people I work with, they cannot give you any wrong advice or worst advice, because I believe any wrong advice will destroy you. So that is why I say, know people that is yours, know people you work with, know your group, know where you belong to. Instead, be one man stand on your own, and let God be your leader and everything. Make sure you are with the people who acknowledge God in everything they do, who have the fear of God, who obey the word of God, who take God as their starting and finisher. They will end well in the Philippines.
Okay, so are you planning to stay in this country for a long time, or you're planning to leave? First of all,
this country we dey here, no they go tomorrow, no transfer.
Alright, so you already have a family in the Philippines yet. Do you find it difficult, or do you see it as just a regular raising of a family process?
And their family is family. No family is easier. Both anywhere you find yourself, no family is easy. Yeah, no family is easy. But I believe, well, anyone with that, anything I do, I put God first. Anyone with God, everything is possible. Even when there is difficulty, God will always be there to make a way.
Yeah.
I prefer going hunger, but make sure that my family fed well. I don't know, since you see me, maybe the highest dressing I dress is one I wear to ministry. If I'm traveling to Nigeria, going to any country now, I wear short knicker and slippers. That is me. But when my kids and my wife come out, when you see them and see me, you will know that, okay, this is the reason why this man. So because there's nothing I have not enjoyed in this life. Is it car, is it house, is it like what I have not flexed. But my family, when they come out and look good, it gives me joy. It shows that yes, my effort is not in vain. I'm trying as a man.
So, with all the experience you experience now in the Philippines, how do you view Filipinos? Do you feel that they are okay to welcome blacks or foreigners into their land? Do you feel that they're ready for blacks in their country?
They are ready before, but the way things are going now, I will tell you the truth, I don't think they are ready. I don't think they are ready anymore. I think most of them are getting tired of us because of the bad eggs among the foreigners. I will not state any specific country. And also, the way they are tired of us is the way other people are being tired of their citizens in their country. So because I believe this life is vice versa. But once you are in the Philippines, you do the right thing. Nobody have your time. If you watch in this whole estate now, I'm only there is foreigner here, but he's a US man. But I'm only an African man, black color man in this estate that is landlord in this estate.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, that's an achievement. So, in view of what you have experienced now, will you advise any black person to come to the Philippines, be it a friend, a brother, or family member?
I cannot. As for me, I will not advise my family member to come to the Philippines if you are not hardworking, if you cannot be productive. Because Filipinos are not going to give you work. Rather, you will work out to work, produce something, and employ them. They will be your workers. But if you are coming from Nigeria to come and look for work in the Philippines, my dear, let me sorry, better stay where you are.
Wow.
Yes.
Alright. So the last question, like during the Black Lives movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, so did you feel that the blacks in the country should have participated as well?
Of course, because many of our citizens have already gone down in this country without justice. So they wish and die, We don't need to go deep into it. So I believe everybody in the Philippines knows, because when you're walking on the road, some people will threaten you because you're a black man. I would just say that Black Lives Matters, it helped stop some things in the Philippines. I believe since then, many things that has been, many abuse and many racism that has been happened to our people, the black people in the Philippines, mainly stopped. Yes. I believe, and I also believe that triggered many things, because I think this year or either in this year, there is protest I saw in US, Asian Life Matters. So that is why in this life we are the same. In this life, no matter the skin color differences, we are one. We are being created by one God, one nation. So we don't have to hate anybody. The life will be sweet if love. The life will be sweet if love leads. So that is it.
Okay, so thank you for being with us. We appreciate your time. So that will be the end of today's show. Okay.